There's a plane passing overhead. Okay, I think it's gone. So I have just arrived back home from a much needed holiday. You might be thinking, but you're a writer. Do you really need a holiday? See, at the moment I'm in a very strange stage of the book publishing process. The book is finished, the cover is finished, the editing is finished, the design is finished, it's done. The book is done. And the next step is actually to publish the book, which I'm feeling a lot of anxiety about, actually, and that anxiety has been eating me up quite a bit. So I took a much needed holiday. Now, this wasn't going to be just a normal holiday. I wasn't just going to be going to the beach and laying about doing nothing. I still have work to do. I still had things I needed to get done. But I was struggling to get those things done while I'm, working the 9 to 5, while I'm still at home in my normal routine. I needed to break away from that routine for even just 3 or 4 days just to get this work done, which I did. I got the work done, which is a huge relief to me. A lot of weight has just fallen off my shoulders. So yes, sometimes writers do need a holiday because writing is work. And I know for myself that I can get very carried away and caught up with writing. I tend to write for 3-4 hours a night, every night, and writing looks different for everybody. For me, at the moment, having finished the book already, writing isn't really writing. Writing is rereading and checking for errors that may have slipped the eyes of my proofreaders. Writing is creating marketing content around my book. Writing is taking time to plan out my book release and my book launch and my goals and my plans for the future in terms of being a writer. These all count as writing activities, and yes, I get caught up in it and I neglect things in my life. Sometimes my laundry piles up, sometimes the dishes pile up, and so it was necessary for me to take this holiday with my friends, even if the plan was to do some work on holiday. So we got on a regional coach to South Gippsland, which is where a lot of my friends are from, so there were plenty of places for us to stay down that way. On the bus, I was reading Dress Rehearsals by Madison Godfrey, which I got from my good friend Archer's World of Literature for my birthday last month, which was a really enjoyable read, and I did manage to finish it on my holiday. Since we were going to be staying at a farm, we needed to wait for my friend Geordie's dad, Chris, to pick us up from the bus stop, since we would be staying at his farm, which is in a sort of remote location that really you can only access by car, and I don't drive. So my friend Camille and I went to an op shop in town where I picked up a few books that I would be using for collage and cut up, mainly magazines and old science journals and so on, National Geographic.
Have a few books then.
Just a couple, most for artwork.
Oh, okay.
Cut them all up. Youth, the endangered species, helping youth survive the 90s.
Love it.
We were sitting in a football ground, it's cold, windy and stuff like that.
You're better off going to the one I went to, that he was close up and personal.
Yeah.
And have a great day in this amazing weather.
It's really nice, isn't it? It's so nice. Thank you, cheers.
And I also managed to find this book here, which is Feral City by Rosie Scott, which I really enjoyed and I also read on my holiday. And then we got to the farm where I did lots of berry picking and I watched the animals, the sheep, the cows, the birds, the cockatoos, which would sit in a big walnut tree and would actually knock the walnuts out of the tree, and often the walnuts would fall quite close to our heads. because we had a table and chair set up underneath the walnut tree at Geordie's dad's farm. And speaking of Geordie's dad Chris is quite an inspirational guy. He is, you could sort of call him an inventor if you wanted to. He has quite a large workshop where he has sporadically written all of these quotes all over the walls of the workshop, quotes and mantras about creativity and the future and revolution and life. Really inspiring stuff that gets your creative juices flowing when you're down at the farm, or at least for me, that's how I feel when I'm there. Which is why I enjoy going to Chris's farm in South Gippsland, because it is my escape from the monotony of life. It is my way of getting back in touch with my creative self, my way of just relaxing, taking it easy, taking a chill pill and just sitting back and getting some good quality creative work done. It was only a short holiday. I was only there for like 3 days because that is all I could afford to take off work before I had to return and actually earn some more money to pay my rent and survive. But it was worth the 3 days and I got a lot of work done. I finished proofreading the rest of my book and I'm very happy with the final result. So I will be updating you soon about my book and provide you with an actual release date as soon as I know it. And every day is one day closer to me actually knowing the release date. So once I know, you will know too. This holiday has been refreshing and energizing and rejuvenating. But now I am ready to rejoin the domestic life of work and chores and responsibilities. And hopefully you will hear from me soon about my book release. I do have one surprise up my sleeve, which I will be releasing in a couple of days, so I can't wait for you to see that. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.